Hello everyone, this is JPL, and I am back for another coffee taste testing video. I really enjoyed doing this the last time with part 1. Trying out all those different cold brews, and I just thought it was so much fun that I had to do it again with different flavors, different brands. And so that's what we're here doing today. Now the circumstances for why I'm doing them are a bit different. In the first part, I was doing it because I had tried one out and thought, hey, this is not bad. I should probably make a video about trying out different ones, and I did that. Today, I am doing it because this is a very long week for me, and I have a lot of homework. Probably the most amount of homework I've ever had. And I don't have a lot of time during the day. And I can only do a lot of things at night, after midnight. And so I had to go and get coffee out of necessity to do my assignments, even though I'm not exactly a believer in the power of caffeine. But I had to do it. Since the last time I got the coffee, when I last tried it, I've not drunk it anymore. So that tells you that I'm still not really a coffee drinker. But I'm in a dire sense of need. I'm not going to resort to energy drinks because they're, I don't know, I feel like they're much more harmful for me. So yeah, it's another morning, and let's get started. So I'm gonna start out with, of course, a classic from last episode, coffee Coke. Oh yeah, this stuff was not great last time. The reason why I brought it back here today is because I did not try out their caramel flavor. And so this time I made sure to get the version with sugar. Last time I had 0 sugar. It was gross, it was bland, and it really needed some sweetener. Hopefully this should be sweet enough for our taste. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. I didn't think it was a good combination. I didn't think it was a good taste. My mother, on the other hand, enjoyed it, and she was surprised enough that with the 0 sugar she could have on her keto diet, and so she drank 1 or 2 and then she just stopped because she didn't really care about it. So yeah, let's get started with this coffee Coke. Alright, as usual, get a nice whiff. Oh my gosh, that smells weird. What is this? There's something in here. I don't know if it's caramel. I don't smell the Coke or the coffee. But yeah, let's see how this let's go. Okay. So, after that third taste, I think I got a hint of the caramel. I think I know what they've got there. But pretty much this is still gross. It's still really gross. Even with sugar, I think the sugar makes it tolerable. Yeah, the sugar makes it more tolerable, but it's still freaking gross. I mean, my stomach doesn't like this right now. It's disgusted. Ugh. Man, coffee Coke was not a good idea to begin with. It's still not a good idea. I don't really know. It's still not great. So after trying all 3 flavors, which one will I say is the best? None of them. They're all bad. I don't ever want to drink this again after this. And they came out with a new flavor, new variation. Maybe I'll try it. But they should just get rid of this line. Put it on the drawing board for another few years. Come out with something completely different. Because right now, this is terrible. And I don't like it. I'm going to take one last sip. Ugh. I'd puke, but I don't really want to. So, yeah, that's it for the Coffee Coke. Not great. So, let's go into another flavor. Okay, so, it's midnight. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I'm feeling so tired that I need the extra kick. So I have with me Rise Brewing Company. This is oat milk mocha. And supposedly it's nitro cold brew coffee. It's dairy free. Don't know what this is. It's got 17 carbs in it. Serve cold. It must be like one of those energy drink coffees. So like an espresso. And so I don't know what this is. I've never had this company before. Never actually heard of it. But I just saw it and just took it. So okay. That's okay. This looks weird. It smells really good. I can smell mocha and the coffee. We'll see how this is. Okay. Oh, what? Okay. So, I think the chocolate's fine. This is a bit bitter. I think what I'm tasting here is probably the oat milk is throwing me off. There's a funky flavor in this. It's not your normal milk. This is, I don't know, some kind of organic product that they're trying to sell. Yeah. It leaves a weird aftertaste in your mouth. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's actually much more tolerable than the coffee Coke, but this is still disgusting. But there's redeeming qualities to it. I don't know how well it's gonna work at trying to wake me up or keep me awake. But yeah, it's a drink. It's got stuff in it. It's fine. I don't think I would think I'd ever get this company again. But it's not a terrible option. If you want something organic and you need something with a little bit of chocolate in it, and if you can handle the funky taste, then it's good. This is for you. Alright, another day, another morning, another chance to have another cup of coffee. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah, long day, stuff to do. Need a little kickstart to get things going. So yeah, we're going back to Dunkin. That was the one drink I had that inspired the first video. I had the mocha flavor, and in the video, I had the French vanilla. Today, I'm gonna try the original flavor. So this is gonna be their plain coffee, their generic, their standard flavor. And so, yeah, I don't think we've done a standard flavor in the videos before. But yeah, hopefully this will give me a good idea what their regular flavors will taste like. I'm not expecting anything too different. I think that it'll be mainly consistent with the other two, but this will give me an idea about what their base flavor is. And yeah, let's shake it up a bit and open it up. It smells like coffee, your regular coffee. It's kind of like coffee ice cream that I get from Private Selection. It's very good stuff. So, let's drink. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, it tastes like coffee. Your plain, simple coffee flavor. I will say that because it's iced and because it's, of course, been sitting on the shelf for a bit, the flavor, the strong coffee flavor, is a bit watered down. But I think that there's still a strong flavor in this. You can still taste the coffee flavor. It tastes like coffee. I think it works as a coffee. And you know what? It is coffee. So yeah, Dunkin. This is probably the more impressive choice that I've had from them. The mocha and the French vanilla were fine. They were passable, but I didn't think that they were great in terms of just there being my first option to get like a nice coffee. This, I feel, would be my first choice to get a nice coffee from Dunkin' if I needed coffee. I feel like this one had the strongest flavor out of the other two. The strongest, most distinct flavor, where you could clearly tell what the flavor is. The other two, not bad. They had a nice taste, but this one, very clear. I know what it is, and it comes across exactly what it's supposed to be. So, well done. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from our normal cold brews, and I'll try regular coffee for today. It's early in the morning, about 5 in the morning. I'm trying to keep quiet so that others aren't woken up. But yeah, today I have coffee from Seattle's Best. My roommate, he is from Seattle, and he got this coffee when he went there. So yeah, why don't we try this? We'll be using the Keurig for this, and I'm gonna be pouring the stuff into one of these cups and making the Keurig from that. So let's get started on that. This is my favorite part of the process of watching it come together here. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 3 teaspoons of sugar and some cream, maybe a little bit of whipped cream, and then we'll get back to the taste testing. Okay, so the coffee has been made. We're here in our main place, and we're going to try it. Yeah, like I mentioned, this is not your cold coffee. We will be testing out this same product later on when we make our own cold coffee with the same brand, and so we're gonna test the two, see which is the more flavorful and hot or cold, and which one you prefer, hot or cold. But yeah, this is a Keurig. It's Seattle's Best coffee. I've not tried this yet, because I don't drink a lot of coffee. And so yeah, this is my classic mug that I will be using. This is one that I've used for almost 10 years now. Most likely 7 or 8. And so, yeah, let's just test this out. Okay, it smells like your regular cup of joe. Okay, yeah, tastes like coffee. Specifically, it tastes like your standard Keurig. Now, Keurigs, I don't think are, I may be wrong about this, but I think typically Keurigs are watered down versions of the drink versus your normal, regular way you make coffee, which is a much slower process. Keurigs take a much longer process, much faster process in like a minute. And I do feel like the flavor often gets watered down because a lot of it is water. And you also have to account for that the sugar intake amount in this is whatever I have put it in this. And yeah, it tastes fine. It's honestly most coffees that I take in the Keurig taste almost exactly the same. Which is why I'm doing the cold coffee experience. Because typically, when you make your coffee and then you cool it down in the fridge, it preserves the strength of the flavor of the coffee. And when you make it, it's a much stronger taste than what we have here. It's really strange how that process works. I don't know why that's the case, but I often find that my cold brews have more flavor than my regular cup of joes. Which is why when I make cold brews, I really like making it with strong Colombian coffee. They have a really strong, distinct flavor and would work really well when cooled down and the flavors are magnified. Here, they're toned down by the water. It's drinkable. It's serviceable. It works as a coffee. It's different. Everything else that I've had here was cold. This is hot, and yeah, it depends on your preference if you like hot or cold. Typically, I like cold, but I understand like getting hot is the fastest way to get your coffee. Sometimes it's a nice cup of joe during the wintertime. But yeah, overall, not bad. Not bad. Seattle's best. It's just that the way that it's made with Keurig, it tastes like everything else. It might even taste everything else generally, but it's a generally nice cup of coffee for a Keurig. Alright. Back to cold brews. Alright. Another day, another drink. I probably should have done this last night because, oh my gosh, I was dying so much last night. I was falling asleep during work. It was not great. I got through it, but it was rough. Anyway, we're back here this morning today, and we're gonna try a new one. I'm excited about this one. We're returning to the Starbucks Frappuccino, and last time we had the Mocha flavor, and this time we have something different. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but it's gonna be interesting. So, this is the Starbucks Frappuccinos, but this is called their Passport series. Now, I don't know what that means, but it means something. And for this Passport series, which I'm going to assume that it means that they're getting flavors from around the world. And in this case, for this specific drink, this is going to be chocolate churro. Now, churros, that's a very specific flavor to capture. And And for some reason recently, churros have been a very popular flavor among ice creams and other drinks, trying to recreate the flavor of the churro. And they've done so unsuccessfully. I know what churros taste like. I grew up in South America, and I've had churros since I was a kid, and I love them. Not just the chocolate, but the dulce de leche churro. Mwah. I miss them. I haven't had a good churro in like 10 years. Even more, actually. Oh, that's sad. But yeah, with that in mind, in the past, the churro recreations, typically they'll taste like cinnamon and a little bit of chocolate. And yeah, churros aren't just cinnamon. There's a complex flavor to it. It kind of, you gotta get also like a donut flavor with the cinnamon and the chocolate. But yeah, this is gonna be their churro flavor, chocolate churro. I don't think this is gonna be that great, but I could be surprised. Now, let's check this up. Because this is a frappuccino, frappuccinos usually have this thing about them where they're cooler or more frothy or thicker, because you're blending ice. When you get this drink, it's not in the freezer. It comes like a normal liquid, and so typically the way people have described it is you put this in the freezer for 2 hours. Any longer, you're gonna break the glass, which is a shame. And you shake it up, and it should have that nature. If you saw my last video, you saw my reaction to when the chunks of that thick coffee was getting to my mouth. It was caught me off guard. And so yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be as thick this time. It looks like there's a little bit in here, but yeah. Funny enough, the actual bottle does not give an instruction to do so. All it says is chill, shake, and serve. Chill. I'm pretty sure that's like a legal reason why they did it. They don't want to tell people, put your glass bottle into the refrigerator. If you know anything about glass, if you put it into the the freezer, breaks, especially if there's liquid in it. That's a fun experiment. I always wanted to do that as a kid. Now as an adult, I'm like, why? That's so stupid. But yeah, let's open this up. Smell it. Oh, like I was saying about cinnamon. Oh, there's cinnamon in this, alright. Oh, you can smell that. I'm pretty sure in most cases, churro just means cinnamon to most people, which is not the case. Cinnamon is not the strongest flavor in a churro. Let's try this one. It's cinnamon. Yep, it's cinnamon. It's not bad. It's a good flavor, but it's not a churro. It's cinnamon. Yeah, if it's like a cinnamon drink, yeah, it's fine. It's still a good drink. It's like cinnamon and chocolate. It's a nice combination. It works well. I'm not getting like a strong coffee flavor from this because the cinnamon overpowers it. It's good. It's nice. But yeah, the only like negative thing I could say about this is it's not churro, it's cinnamon. If they just call this a cinnamon and chocolate frap, then it'd be a perfect advertising. But because they call it churro, not so much. Americans don't know what churros actually taste like, it seems. Of course, they're not really common here, although they do love it when they try it. But yeah, just so you're aware, churros are not cinnamon and chocolate. Churros are more complex. The best way I described it earlier is just think of a deep fried donut, and yeah, that's kind of what a churro is. It's like a deep fried donut. It's a little bit crunchy, but not like a crunch, but more like a soft crunch, like a good, Nice crispy French fry crunch. Crispy, that's what it is. Yeah, I really do like these Starbucks chill drinks. They're nice. They get the point across, although this is just cinnamon. It's still a nice flavored drink. Would I get this again? Not really. Cinnamon's not really my biggest flavor that I enjoy, but it's not bad. If someone offered it to me, I'd probably drink it again. But yeah, I just stick to Mocha. Stick to the white Mocha. You just go to their place. I wouldn't classify myself as one who would just constantly get these bottled drinks. But yeah, overall, really nice, well done job at making a nice flavor. It's not churros, but it is cinnamon. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, another morning, another drink. And today we're gonna try another Frappuccino, except this one's from a different company. I have here a Mocha Frappuccino from Private Selection. This is a brand that I know mainly from a Kroger store. They might go to other stores like Food Lion and other places. But yeah, this is one of those brands that makes really good products. The ice cream is great. I tried their chocolate the last time, but yeah, I saw that they had a Mocha, a Frappuccino one, and so yeah, I cooled it off in the freezer for a couple hours. Interestingly enough, this one does not label us to chill it. But the only reason why I did is because it's technically a Frappuccino. Frappuccinos need a little bit of that chill and that slushy nature. That's the word I was looking for. So I did that for a couple hours. Any more and the glass would likely break. And so yeah, that would be my warning to you people. So yeah, this I hope this is good. This is Mocha Cafe Frappe. It also says espresso. It's premium espresso blended with milk and sugar. So hopefully this stuff is good. Let's pop this top off if we can. Oh, there we go. Let's smell it. Oh, it smells really good. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Ah, yes. And let's try it. Alright, so from this, I think the mocha aspect of this is, I can taste it. It's coming out really nice and strong. I'm having trouble tasting the coffee. I think I can taste part of the espresso, the strong kick, but not so much your general coffee flavor. It might be watered down by the milk and the chocolate. Yeah, the taste there is very subtle. It's not bland at all. It's still a really nice drink. It's more like a funky chocolate milk than an actual coffee mocha. It's not terrible. It's not the worst thing I've had in the world. I would definitely try and get this again. Simply because it's still a nice drink. I would like to have tasted more of the coffee in this, but the mocha is fine and it tastes good, and this tastes like a nice passable drink that I could get. Yeah, really nice. Really nice. A bit sad that it doesn't quite have our coffee, but overall it's good, and I would drink it again. So yeah. Okay, so we're back for the final part of this coffee video, and we're going back to the Seattle's Best Coffee. Today we're going to be making my version of the iced coffee. I'm going to show you my process. And to get started, we start off by doing almost the exact same thing we did before. You get the coffee grains, you put it in your custom place so you can put it in your Keurig and work with that. And so why don't we just start with that? Alright, so this is still my favorite process is just watching the whole thing come apart. But yeah, this is what you do. First you get your coffee in. It may look like it's not enough, but trust me, we will add more elements to this to help give us more volume. But for now, what you need to do, while this is still hot, you gotta put in your sugar and mix that in, because it's gonna be very difficult when it's cold. And after you put your sugar in and mix it up, you're gonna put this case in. Now for the next important step, we're gonna take this coffee while it's hot, and we are going to put it inside our fridge here. And it's gonna be in there for the entire day, and we'll come back to it later to finish up the process. Okay, so a lot of time has passed, and we're now on to the very next step of this operation, and that is the blending portion to make this cold coffee into a nice frappuccino-esque drink. When cooling this drink, typically you'll just put it in the fridge and let it there sit for a few hours, or another option would be to have it set in the freezer for a couple hours. Sometimes that might even be the better option, as it has less time to be watered down by temperature, and your flavor should be nice and strong. Anyway, so for this components here, you're going to be adding a few things to give this a little bit more volume than what we have here. So first up here, you're going to want and put in some creamer, or in my case, some heavy whipping cream. This helps. This really helps give us a little bit of something else when we're blending this. Next, you'll probably want to put in some ice, which you can do the ice now, or you could do it after another component, which is ice cream. Now for me, I like to put in some coffee ice cream. It's an extra oomph of coffee that I put into this. And yeah, why don't we just do that? Okay, so the ice cream and the ice are both in. About 2 to 3 scoops of ice cream and 2 to 3 cubes of ice are what I would recommend. Any more ice and this would probably be way watered down or a bit too difficult for the your blender to work. So put on your blending cap. I have the Magic Bullet blender. Works for me. You can choose your own blender or whatever brand you have, but this is just what I got. So tighten the lid, that's what I'm doing off camera, and yeah, let's get to blending here. You know what, I think that's good. So yeah, let's just take this thing off and see how this looks. Oh yes, that looks like a nice consistency, very Frap-like, very slushy. So yeah, and the next step is this is a case-by-case situation, depends on the kind of person you are. For me personally, I like to add one extra step, and that is to put on some whipped cream. Now you could do homemade, or you could just do your classically trained way. So yeah, there we go. Then I will put it in a straw, and we can get to tasting. Okay, well, that process is done. The coffee is made, and we're getting ready to try it. Now, I know that was a bit of a hefty process with multiple steps. When you actually do it, it's a much faster process, but it's easier when you have all the supplies ready. But if you don't want to go through that whole process, just go and buy some. If you want to take the easy step. I go this step because sometimes I want a specific flavor, and that can be achieved by getting the specific brand that you want and mixing it up together. So why don't we try this homemade Seattle's Best? Oh yeah, very nice. Very strong coffee flavor, nice cold drink, not watered down at all. Added elements of flavor with the coffee ice cream. It's such a nice treat. Yeah, it's not too thick. It's not very watery or runny as well. It's a perfect blend. It's very nice. It's not like your normal Frappuccino where you drink it and then you have like 2/3 of the rest is just this thick stuff that you're just waiting for it to melt. Although this might be the more frothy side, which it's not thick. You just need to drink it all up, and it tastes really nice as well. Most coffees work well with my homemade brand. Very well done. Doesn't really cost a lot of money. It's also good long term when you can make more and more of these, and it's much cheaper than just going out getting your Starbucks. Although Starbucks, you get your specific flavor, same with Dunkin'. But this is homemade. Doesn't take a lot of money, doesn't take a lot of time, and you can do it. And I would highly recommend that you try it. Very good stuff. Well, this is the last flavor that I had. My last coffee drink. Very good. Nice way for me to end it. I enjoy this. Very good stuff. One of my favorite tastes. And yeah, let's move on to my final thoughts. Okay, now on to the final verdict on my closing thoughts here. Like last time, I still have the receipt from my purchases here, and I'm just going to tell you what they were and see like what is the better price for the better flavor. Now let's start with what we have here. The private selection Frappuccino was $2. The Rise Cold Brew little can that I had was $2.50, which wasn't that great of a tasting one. I would not get it again, especially for that price. The Dunkin Donuts coffee was $2.70. An okay price. The Coke coffee was $1.50. Of course it was, because they want to make it so cheap. The Starbucks was $2.99, $3. I believe that's all for that. Everything else, the Seattle's Best was brought to me by my roommate. But yeah, generally speaking, those are fine prices, but you want something longer lasting and cheaper. So that's why I gave you the homemade option, because those are much cheaper. You can, I mean, you're buying the cream, you're buying the coffee, and some ice cream if you choose that option, and the ice, but the ice you make at home. You got your mixer, your blender, and that's a longer lasting investment than buying $3 for just one drink. And sometimes that one drink isn't even that great. Even though the Starbucks was a nice tasting one, the $2 for the private selection Frappuccino, okay price, would probably get something like it again. I doubt it, but you know, it's an option. Overall, these were okay flavors. The only real negative ones were, I would say, the Coke coffee, as usual, and then the Rise and Shine one, whatever that company was. Those were the not so great tasting ones. Last time I think I had more not so great ones, but you know, we'll see. Yeah. Overall, I think we had some good options this time. Mostly good options. Even with the homemade stuff, like those were good. I mean, those are always gonna be good, even though the hot one was kind of meh. But yeah, you know, coffee is nice. I'm at the end of the week. The homework is done. I don't have to worry anymore about getting more coffee, and yeah, everything, the job was done, and yeah, I will take another coffee break for several months, as in like not drinking coffee, not actually taking a coffee break for months. No, that's too much caffeine for me. But yeah, overall, nice products. Would probably get again in 3 years, if I was desperate. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.